Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another round of the Epulze Royal Sea Cup for the 5th series of tonight and also the last game for the BO2 between Team AHQ Esports Club versus Morph Esports all the way from the Indonesia. And of course, thank you so much for the panel as well, Avo, Nick, and even Sick Stripe for such an amazing analysis. But of course, I'm Lily, also known as Yolili, partner once again, the play of the J.
Well, anyways, I think with this position that we find ourselves in, Morph, they managed to get 3 map wins here, so they're looking pretty good for it. But I think to push everything beyond reasonable doubt, they'll be looking to push AHQ as much as they can, because let's not forget AHQ already does have the 3 maps. If they have one more, they are going to be guaranteed for sure.
Yes.
But of course there could be permutations following on from the final match that we have that hasn't taken place between Enter and Bren. So yeah, I think both of these teams will be highly incentivized here to really give their best effort.
Yeah, in other words, what Jay is trying to say as well, this last round is going to be quite crucial for both of these teams here. Who's going to be able to take it on top? And the last game, especially, just want to recap for you guys on who actually took the win. It was actually Morph Esports who was able to tie the score here of 13-9 against AHQ on a map which AHQ actually picked for themselves. So in this second game, it's definitely going to be on the map of Ascent here, which is actually picked by Morph Esports. So I'm actually looking a little bit more forward here because now we're currently playing on a map which Morph is going to be a little bit more comfortable with. But then again, all expectation, all this prediction has always been made to be broken here. So let's see whether the other AHQ is able to turn things around back towards their favor against such a dire situation.
Yeah, and today we have seen very not as diverse of map selection as we could have. We've only seen one round of Ascent so far, which was Morph that was going to be taking that in our very first match of the day and map as well. But apart from that, we've just seen Haven and Bind, and maybe because we've seen HQ play Haven every single round, I think Morph was more than prepared, to really approach that one. But HQ, I mean, we're no slouches by any stretch of the imagination. But now, when we move on to Ascent, of course, we're seeing that AHQ is actually going to be opting to pick defense first. But I think, we have only seen a few instances where the attack side has really been able to come out the stronger on this map.
And the thing is, just like it's been a while. Like after witnessing some of Morph games, they rarely play a kind of lineup which has many flashes either. Although there's that one game they did manage to bring a flash agent towards the game, but it's still not enough. I still believe, although sure, it has worked out for a couple of games. But if Morph really wants to seal the deal, they need to at least have some kind of contingency plan, or or just for a little bit of that reassurance as well. Because we saw the Reina play coming from Morph Esports as well. Really great duelist. He was able to really step up for the team here. So I think it'd be really cool if he was able to swap out for that finish. So at least that way, not only will you still get a dueler agent, but you still also have that one flash to really secure for the team when they go for that engagement.
No, yeah, I think you're quite right. I mean, at the end of the day, let's not forget that Morph, they did actually bring Reina when they were here on Ascent. They did also bring the Killjoy, in fact, that's in lieu of the Cypher. So we'll see how this is going to be working out in the match versus Enter. It worked out pretty well. It was 13-7. So I think when we consider those kind of results, it's going to be promising for Morph and every Indonesian fan watching on Twitch chat. But now we are going to be heading here into our first round here, and HQ starting off on defense, looking exactly the same in terms of lineup that we saw on Haven. Actually, there's not going to be a Killjoy this time coming out from Morph.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, they really do not want to bring out the Killjoy, but I guess in this case, they're just like, you know what, forget the ball. We are pretty much very comfortable with the kind of lineup for ourselves. Let's not try to break this kind of composition, because that's why the term exists. If it ain't broken, you don't fix it. So in this case, the Indonesian team is going to be very confident with their kind of lineup for themselves as they slowly go towards this first space round. But anyway, while we're waiting here, let's just look at according to the lineup. So Morph going to be introducing to all their lineup composition to you amazing people here in the Twitch chat and whoever is viewing and supporting both of these teams. Morph Esports, they're going to be starting on the attacking side here. They are going to be bringing Sova, Jet, Omen, Cypher, and the Reina. Whereas HQ Esports Club, they're gonna come in with the exact same one which they played from the last game as well, being the Cypher, Sova, Jet, Breach, and Omen. Now, the thing is this, right? This kind of composition, like a lot of people by analysis, they're gonna be saying, oh, HQ looks like a better lineup composition. But again, after witnessing from the last game as well, where the Reina and the rest of the team was able to step up, especially Fat Penguin, who was the guy who was the main fragger, who pretty much set up the tempo for the early stage of the game for Morph Esports, as they were able to rack up many points for the south before switching to the offensive side on the map of Haven.
Yeah, we'll see how things are, whether it's going to be similar here on this map. We are finally about to start here, as we are going to see a little bit more of a stack coming out here on the top mid side, but there's going to be quite a bit of challenge down A lobby and bottom mid. But Ayu is going to get the first frag here, as that's going to be Famous's head taken clean off his shoulders over by Tiles. Can for the refrag is going to be good, but oh, look at the Morph. They're going to be able to get 3 quick kills there, and now they're all rushing into A here from main.
Still going to be pushing it as well. Like Fat Penguin is definitely looking very confident with the dark coming towards doors. They could go to but then again, he is going to prioritize this fight plan because he needs to attack side. Arbiter trying to go for the wallbang, was able to do a couple of tags, but not enough to get the pickup. Ken, who was currently on top of Raptors, spots them up, and at the same time, he wants to go for this plan. He wants to ensure all angles is pushed out before he goes for the plan. Fat Penguin is getting ready, and both teams is currently under dark cover, was able to go for a couple of trades, and sadly the round will be sealed, as Khan will seal the deal by getting rid of Khan.
Oh, and yeah, those decisive kills out in mid side of things was going to be opening quite a bit of doors here. They're going to be taking our first round on Ascent, and they're going to be fully buying here in terms of, well, even one Phantom to add to a couple of Spectres. So we're going to have to see how HQ wants to respond. They are actually opting for the Bucky here, and we have actually seen this work out pretty well for themselves. We did see them use it against Enter as well on Bind. So this is going to be something that they do favor, but that Bucky player is going to be over here on the B main, and see whether Kant can get anything from this.
And the thing is, this is pretty much like, I wouldn't say the only best location, but in this case he's the most comfortable with as well, because it's the only area which is really close as well that could be able to fully utilize that full damage of that shotgun build-up. But over here comes the Dark Cloud, going to be coming towards his B, towards his A shot, which is going to be really crucial as well, because that's forced a lot of members to go towards this A long, as they're going to be crushing right through a very tiny entrance, and this might not work very well for the Sire team Morph Esports if they are not careful, also able to pick up any members as they slowly engage in.
Oh, there's quite a stack here of the defenders, and I think that Morph does feel their presence, and they're actually going to be tapering their expectations a little bit more. Don't want to really get into a fight that could suffer a bit more consequences than before. Famous here actually going to be taking the Spectre here from his teammate. Now that is going to give him a little bit more firepower. You do want that on your entry at the moment. Famous here going to land a bunch of shots there. Arbiter is going to be feeling it. 19 HP remaining. Dark cover goes down here, but it's not going to really matter. They're going to spray through that, and now look at the 3 kills that they have managed to rack up your milk. There's got nothing much that you can do here. It's going to get mowed down. Famous moving up here onto the Famous side of things.
Famous a really good idea with the weapon switch as well, passing his teammate, passing him the Spectre. They're going to be, because he's so confident with that frag as well. So it's getting a little bit more closer together. But anyway, he has the Bucky. He's supposed to go for the straight up, but sadly he missed the first shot, and Fat Penguin will heavily punish Ken for this, and it's going to be allowing Morph Esports to get the second round as fair as a flawless round for themselves.
Yeah, now we'll see if HQ can bounce back. They are going to be able to buy up this round, but yeah, Morphs with the buy that we saw coming out from them, they actually only opted for those 3 guns. So with the 2 ghosts that they had remaining, they're going to be able to buy a couple of additional rifles. So they're going to add a lot more potency to them. And if they can continue to with this momentum, that's really going to work out for them. But now we do see that there's going to be that 2-player stack both on the mid side and also on B to wait for any potential advancement. They are going to be taking quite a bit of control here in the middle. Morph here, and Milk here is going to be able to trade out with Penguin.
Still, anyway, sadly, Fat Penguin will not be able to hear the beat back towards the side, but at least in this case, Morph Esports, they still have their main smoker here, which is the Jet here, and at the same time, Jet is going to be their main initiator towards this side. So, they still have the main fragger, they still have the initiator, although it's really unfortunate they will lose, Morph will lose their Omen here, or Fat Penguin in this case, but it would not stop their onslaught as they will slowly try to push in towards this slide as they take this one step at a time here.
They might have to rely on the cyber cages quite extensively. Losing your Omen first is not good if you want to try and ingress on a site using the dark covers, which of course going to be regenerating over the course of the round. Now we see that they are going to go for a two-prong attack. They are trying to clear things out mid. They know that there's a tripwire here right in front of Pizza and waiting for the right time to take it out. But we can already see two players going to be taking up position here on B, Rainy and also Ken. Going to be all the way here and back to side. I think now they realize what is up here. The sensor arrows are going to be going out here for the both sides. In fact, here giving quite a bit of intel. Rainy not able to take out Famous. Famous take out both of them. Now this retake looks incredibly difficult as Arbiter and IO have got a world to do.
Definitely a big world to cover as well, now especially with the spike planted as well, but it looks like AHQ still figure out maybe they want to try to go for this actually kill and not really engage towards the side, because let's be honest, it's very hard to retake point B, especially without enough utilities and without the manpower needed to really push all the way in. So AHQ is going to be playing the humble play and also the safe one as they slowly fall back to a more better and safer location to ensure they do not drop any of the rifles which they bought from this round.
And Morph not really going for the hunt at the moment, and usually you only want to do that if you're going to have a little bit more in the bank. You can afford to lose a couple of your players, but this is definitely making significant inroads here for Morph. 3 rounds in a row on attack in Ascent is going to definitely be good in their books. They have got their second map win in their sights, but it is still early days. AHQ can still bounce back. Of course, they did save the 2 weapons. They won't be able to have a full buy, but we can probably expect the other 3 players here to try and come out with a little bit of extra buys for themselves, as they do want to try and complement this as best as possible. Can actually going to be opting again here for the Bucky. Well, yeah, gonna just be one Bulldog lower here in terms of the weapon tiers.
And the thing about this, looks like actually they were thinking of whether they really want to try to commit these full buys or not. One of the members was able to pick up the Bucky, but the rest of the last 2 members, they were like saying, like, you know what, it's fine. We have a Vandal, you have a Bucky, I have a Phantom, let's just commit. We have just the right amount of money. Possibly maybe not able to buy all the utilities, but it should be enough because AHQ is trying to remind themselves they're not on the offensive, they're currently on the defensive. So they just have to hold that angle, be very patient, and not too be greedy or even impatient to really push out to get all those pickoffs for the rest of the team here. Now look at especially on the minimap as well, Jay. We see a majority of the members still trying to play with the time because, like I said before in the last game, having a Cypher on the team here just makes this really slow things down, especially if there's no breach or any form of initiation coming from the side of Morph. Although there is the Jet with the Cloudburst and the Tailwind combo, but it's really hard because the entrance is just not directly on the side except for A.
Oh, but there's going to be more players here for AHQ. They're trying to stop what they can. Io is going to be able to get the first here. The paranoia affecting him a little bit late. He's going to still be able to take out one of the more players, but now they are trying to get on site 2-2 here. One bunch through the tree side of things, but they do have 2 players to worry about. Io, though, is going to take down Chud. Arbiter meets his head here, but oh, look at Famous. He's going to get nailed there by Milk. Transitioning over here, over to the A main side. He takes down Fat Penguin. And with that, HQ gets their first round on the board. And with 4 players on the board as well, that's pretty good. But Cad, he's a little bit too far away. He's still going to have the Bucky only.
Yeah, and the best part about it is, well, the gamble, not to say like a major gamble, but it still worked in his favor, this forced buy, and all of this was really, thank God, because of the positioning and corners they were actually holding, not being too greedy or aggressive, and being very patient. But most importantly, and also 2 of the members of AHQ was able to bring back 2 of those rifles, which really turned things around for them.
Oh, but Milk here is going to actually be able to afford the operator at the moment, trying to lock mid-side. We have seen Morph here, very mobile in the middle of the park. Famous is going to be suffering from that one, is he's going to be poking out, but look at the dark cover coming in here from Arbiter. He's going to immediately cover the angles, and we already see the reposition here to Garden for the Milk is going to be quite the moves, I do believe, to stop any ingressing here from the catwalk side of things.
Now also slowly pushing towards this catwalk, and I think as well at the same time they realize that the Omen is not really here, so there's no dark cover to try to mask or even try to prevent it for this pushing. Now they're slowly pushing to the victim, but at the very last minute, Fatman was not able to spot the IO, who was at the very edge on that side with the Clown Burst. He was able to punish it really hard for it. Anyway, here comes the pre-firing through the walls. He's going to be able to tag IO just a little bit, not enough to kill him, but it's just able to fall down. But we got the rotation for coming from the big Mill. But Sally was not able to connect, and even while Freya was flashed, he was still able to get a bit of a pickup on Mill. But it looks like not going to be really well played, as Raiden going to be trying it with the flash point. Still, he was able to flash all three members, will still get punished and drop for it. Ken on the other hand was able to get a beautiful kill with the 100 Fury, and with the Bucky, he was cut down to the ground for good. And the last man standing to be between Buckets, and he gets a double one on it. Although it will be a total of a 3-man pickup for him. And this is exactly what I was telling Gideon. It's always great to have the sidekick of Captain America on your fight against such unstoppable odds.
Oh, Kant coming up super clutch. The Hunter's Fury going to get the first pick here, and then the double Bucky frags are going to be absolutely sensational for his team. He's going to be able to win these two 1v1. And not a lot that Morph could do it. It looked as though things were going really south because, of course, we did see there were two engagements which, by right, AHQ did have some advantage because of the flashes, but of course, Milk didn't get it, and he still got taken out there by Freya. And of course, we did also see Rainy not able to get any of the three players that were right in front of him after all of them were blinded for days.
But can't really step down in that round, and hopefully he can do it again, because right now AHQ is just one more point away to just tying things out with Morph Esports. Definitely not the first time we'll be seeing it. It's pretty much very similar from the last game too, and now all this comes down to just that timing and a little bit of luck coming from both of this team here. Famous already getting ready with this here to re-engage towards his side. He knows has full confidence, but the rotation has already been done from AHQ. Jen, here comes the Cloudburst followed by the tailway. Well, still, he missed a couple of dives, was still finally able to collect the last one already. Gets the double kill on Ken, but Mill was able to pull out with his own personal double kill with the blade stop against Punisher. But Freya, that's a trade on Io with the neural net as well. Both, now we have the team finally knowing exactly where they're going to be at with that neural theft. Famous holding down the line. Here comes the wall spray coming from the side here on Pizza on top of Io. Arbiter going to be pushing straight on the side. He was able to pick up one kill. He's looking at Fallout, but he's still able to follow up with a double kill again, despite not having the advantage of getting the pick first.
Arbiter just nailing the shots here. He's going to win out in that even fight, and I dare say a little bit unlucky that he was a bit late to taking advantage of the neural theft, because you could see they were trying to get the wall bang there from the boathouse, or rather from the shed. In any case, we did see take, I think, coming out here from Morph. They were able to get the dark cover towards the spawn side of things that isolated Milk. He wasn't able to influence things. Then, of course, the Cloudburst and the dash into the middle of that B main side of things was going to allow them to isolate Rainies and then get the second kill onto Kant, but it was going to be a little too late, and yeah, unfortunately not able to win out in that very tight situation.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, AHQ finally tying things out with Morph Esports. Everyone in the Twitch chat going absolutely well for this. By the way, Fiddle going to be throwing in that Owl drone to scout things out a little bit, but sadly the Owl drone is instantly going to be picked off. By the way, Milk with the operator, he knows he's getting ready. He's just hoping, he's ready for a single hit, but sadly Famous is going to get the drop on him first. There goes the operator. There goes the jet. But then again, the round is not over just yet. As long as they have the breach and then the Omen, HQ should be able to hold as long as they don't go for any more aggressive plays. Anyway, ready to push us forward. Will be able to punish Famous, but there's a trade-off on the side of Fat Penguin. We're looking at the 3v4, no more breach. Now the rest of the remaining members of AHQ, they had to play with the position and the right timing as well. But here comes the lurks coming up from the side of Io as he pushes aggressively from the Ace and was able to get the draw on Fiddle. They pushes even more, but Fat Penguin punishes Io, but Arbiter gets the trade back. 2v2. We're looking at the time they both this member. Arbiter goes with the shot of step, but suddenly gets punished by Cut. He goes with the tailwind, tries to reposition to get a better angle to go for the spray down. But then again, Kant still holding down that B, not being too aggressive about it because he's still very disciplined about it. But with the Neural Theft, they pretty much know exactly where he is, and they're getting ready for the rotation, which is this 1v2.
Well, Kant did win a 1v3 not too long ago, so let's see what he's going to be able to muster from this one now. He will be able to have the intel, but he is just going to be creeping in here and looking out for the potential options right now. It is planted here for long, so he really does have to try and take this fight at the very least here. Freya is going to be very low on HP. The double peek, though, is going to be good. He's only able to take down Freya, but Cud will be able to clean things up, and the trades unfortunately not working well in mid. We did actually see that Arbiter was able to avenge Io, but didn't account for the fact that Freya was still there. Vitals came in there just as he was TPing back on top of the catwalk, and now we find ourselves with HQ not able to maintain the momentum with a 4th round in a row. It's going to be Morph breaking that one, and we're still going to be seeing gun rounds coming out from both teams, albeit Milk does have to opt for the Bulldog this time.
No, especially because they do not really have the best of economy. They just try to make everything work in their favor. So Sally, in this case, he has to be coming up with the Bulldog. Definitely not the best rifle, but it just have to do. And remember, as long as he pick up drop one member of Morph Esports, he can always swap out that Bulldog for a more better one. But here comes the slow push coming from the rest of the team. Can gonna be chiming in with that Owl drone. Easily gets picked off, but he gets the information there is 2 members currently outside of that B long. Try to see if we can try to go for this side picks here, and the rest of the team is taking this as slow as possible here.
The distribution, I think, coming out from HQ's defense has been relatively consistent. It's only just been whether or not Milk is going to take aggressive peeks down the mid side, and that's only when he has the operator in his hands. He's actually going to be hanging around here in spawn, using his passive ability to float in the air to be able to see a little bit into mid, as there's going to be that a little bit of elevation in spawn. But now we are going to see that 2 players are going to be stacking up here towards A short. It's going to be Famous and Freya going to be peeking out quiet. Currently, we're seeing Arbiter still holding on here. He's going to be getting ready with the paranoia when the push might be coming eventually.
Anyway, Famous going to be taking the first step forward, finds him out, especially before he gets thrown in the down cover too. Hunter Shuri going to be committed and will be trying to force that back. And the majority of the members of Morph Esports very quick, very super about it, because they know time is running out, and thankfully enough, the aggression and that one single push forces 3 members of AHQ totally out of position and out of their comfort zone, and they couldn't react properly in time and got punished by the rest of the members of Morph Esports, as they will finally get the plant down, and the rest of the last 2 members of AHQ has to fall back and save that weapon.
Great take coming out here from Morph. Of course, the Hunter's Fury working wonders, and yeah, really catching Arbiter off guard. Was going to get picked off in Garden. Now they are going hunting. They are pretty comfortable with the kind of economy they have. They know that Kant is not in a great position together with AHQ, but it looks like Fat Penguin, he's going to be meeting his end, and now they're all swarming here over to the B lobby side of things. So don't think that they're going to really be able to influence this one here. They're going to be able to save at least 2 guns for their trouble, but not much else.
Yeah, definitely not much out at all. But anyway, Morph Esports looking really great now as they finally break that tiebreaker that's been constantly going back and forth. But then again, at the same time, remember, this is the map of Ascent here. It's actually a really defender favorite map too. So the fact that AHQ is currently defending, it is imperative for them to rack up as much point as possible before swapping towards the attack side. Because let's be honest, but at the same time, with the current lineup they have, especially with the breach, it should make the attack side a little bit more dangerous compared to the side of Morph Esports here. But anyway, full buys all around coming from the side here of Team AHQ and Team Morph, and Milk once again in the middle trying to maintain that mid control and see if we can go for any quick picks.
I mean, 5 rounds on the board already here for Morph on the attacking side is pretty good. If they can get some more from this, they are going to be sitting pretty, unless HQ really does have some great attacking strategies to work against Morph. But right now, they are just feeling everyone out. Now, of course, it's not going to be great buys coming out here from AHQ. As of course they don't have the maximum cash coming in just yet, but they do have the 2 guns available to them. I'm not sure if they pass it over to the other side here, but Arbiter, he's going to actually get caught out. A little bit of magicry coming out here from Fidel. He's going to actually rotate all the way back through the spawn side of things, but now there's no one here on the B side of things, and this could be leaving things quite open. There's going to be 3 players moving here on this pizza stack. Could really be bursting down the door in a moment's notice. You can see the take here is going to already be set up, and Freya already moving to B main.
Oh, now they're going to be breaking out the door as well, and Rating was able to get a beautiful pick. Oh god, that was actually pretty big. Oh, Favorite dashing into the base. They're going to be popping that dismiss as well to try to give a little bit of tenable, but Rating coming down the rain all over the parade, getting a beautiful triple kill for his team, but Fidel was able to trade it off and punish him up. 10 seconds on the clock. They really need to get this spike planted as fast as possible. Spike! No! He gets the spike plant too! Oh! He has to reset it! Io will be able to clutch this for the team at the very last second. There's Sova dropped Fiddle dropped the ball as the spike was just literally probably like a 0.2 second away before being planted. I'm so sorry.
And yeah, it's so unfortunate that wasn't able to continue. I'm not sure what the reason for that was, whether it was lag or whatnot, but whatever it is, he stops there. But it didn't actually stop the wall banks for coming in, and Io really coming. Of course, Rainy's here, getting the double kill there. It's going to be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, the 3-man pickup coming from the side really put a huge dent to Morph push as well, losing a lot of members as well. And the thing is, it's just really, I think at that point, like the minute, oh my god, the minute Fiddle, right, the minute he accidentally like removed the plant, right, instead of fully planting it, right, I think he started panicking and started realizing, oh no, I forgot the plant down, and with the timer going out as well, he went to replant instead of trying to go for the pickup. And I think because of that small opening, their opponent Kent was able to fully exploit it and just wall bang him through the very edge of that floor.
But there was just no time as well remaining in that one here. So I think just making sure that Fidel here, his internet is going to be okay, the connection to the server before we get started here. So just that little pause is giving maybe a bit of a timeout here for the teams to think how they're approaching this. Of course, AHQ is looking to build on that last round. They did manage to take it there in whichever circumstances that you might find that to be in. It's still going to be them closing the gap here ever so slightly. I think if they can try and close this out as strongly as possible, I think, you know, all things considered, if they get 6 rounds, I think they would be okay to move on, considering that it could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And the thing is just like, let's just look at the score as well, like 5-4. It's not like it was like one-sided or anything. This just shows as well that this map is not just only defense favorite. It just fully fits with the kind of line composition coming from both of the teams here. Like literally, the minute Morph gets on top of the site and gets everything all angles and corners and all booked out, it's really even difficult for AHQ, even with the existence of the bridge. They'll one-man shot just makes it so hard for them to go for any of these retake for the side of the team here. By the way, now finally they're going to be AHQ is finally going to be positioning their Omen back at that A shot, which he's going to be able to fully utilize that dark cover on at a certain placement where he's able to mold out as spotlights to go for that spray down with his weaponry.
And looks like HU will be guessing where the push is going to be coming from. A main is absolutely stacked at the moment, and now the dark covers are popping out here towards door and heaven. So this is going to be the move here to move in. Cut here, using the tailwind again to get inside. He's going to be staving off the pressure on heaven with the cloudburst going down. And really the retake here has to be a little bit concerned. Mill missing his shot there. Oh, no. It's not going to help out his team with that. Cat here is going to actually able to nail down Penguin at that distance. Io moving in here also from heaven. He's gonna get extinguished though, and now with the series of trades it is again down to Cat, but he's not gonna be able to do it. Cut though, after being the first man in, he's gonna close things out there with the 4K.
Oh, the first man in, last one out as well. And the best part about it, I'm pretty sure that it's a really clear example that Morph East for their communication is very clean and swift. He literally tells Fiddle, like, die for me. He Fidel went for the pick, although he was very close to get that pick off on the Ken. Sally Ken was a little bit faster, but with that self-sacrifice from his teammate, Kat was able to get that final pick off from the team, securing that 10th round for the side here on Morph Esports. We're currently two more points before the round switch here. Morph Esports is definitely looking try to settle those 2 points for themselves, but same goes for AHQ.
Oh yeah, and Cut, I mean, like with the initiation is gonna be absolutely crucial if he's able to keep this up. But of course, there's only 2 rounds left here in the half, but they are gonna be stacking up here on the B side instead. He's been getting the Bucky here every single round. I think he knows what's up. You can already see the rotation coming in here for Rainy and Milk as well, as they are trying to stop out with this. But the flash there is gonna be good there. Freya, just not a lot that can be done. You can already see this is already slowing things down. But Fidel spamming here through the dark cover is going to be able to find his mirror, and now this could be the overload that HQ needs, as there's still going to be Arbiter all the way over on Garden side.
Oh man, enemy weapon switching, trade around as well, because they're getting ready to prepare to dive right into the belly of the beast here. And now they're just trying to decide whether Famous is going to go in first, or will it be their own personal jet with that Cloudburst and Tailwind. Still playing with the time, but looks like Fiddle trying to build up the stepping stones for the rest of the team here, because he knows he needs the core members to get on top of the side and can't afford to lose. But before Updraft is on, here comes the Cloudburst with the Tailwind combination. But sadly, Rainy was just not fast enough to try to go for the swing. Big hammer, but Mill coming in with the Bucky once again. Get the pick up on Fiddle. Iron gets the trail on Cut, which is pretty big. But here comes the Bucky plays are happening all over the map, and they don't know he's actually at photos, and they managed to secure the round. The eco round is working. The Buckies are pulling the win here, Jay.
Oh, the Bucky plays, as we see, it's a bit insane here coming out from Arbiter, Milk, and Kent here. I mean, there are only, I think, 2 Buckies, in total, but it proved to be enough, as they were going to be able to secure almost all of the kills. Io was able to get the last one with the Frenzy, but that defense was absolutely exemplary coming out from HQ. Morph, though, unfortunate that they're not able to catch them out. They might still be able to get this next round, as they're going to be looking to make this push back here on the A side after not really panning out on B. But Morph, I think, is a little bit unlucky that they got befallen by all the Bucky play that we've been seeing coming out here in the Royal Sea Cup.
Oh man, it must have been so painful as well. Like, they're gonna be feeling that in the morning for sure. And the thing is, it's not the first time we see like the team being the whole eco team bring out the Buck as well. The first time it's actually gonna be played by Myth Attitude, who went with a 5-man Bucky. By setting on the other side, Team AAA was able to fully exploit that weakness. But anyway, here comes Fiddle coming in with the Hunter Spirit, trying to zone them out as much as possible. But Ayo was still able to get the drop on Cut, but Famous was able to trade things out. Ayo still very strong double kill, but same goes for Famous. But look at it, the team was able to tie with each other with a 3 versus 3. Cat out the smoke into the fire, and Frey was able to get a beautiful pick. And with the Neural Theft, he will be able to figure out and tell the entire team where exactly the last known location of the rest of the members of AHQ. But then again, Mill, despite knowing the information, he still gets backstabbed from behind with the blades of, and he's still going to storm with the sample kill on Fiddle. Famous triple kill on the top. This 1v1, can he pull the win? And Mill will secure it with a triple kill with an operator sniping here from the corners. And now AHQ will tie the round with Morph Esports 6-6, Jay.
Oh my goodness, Milk really coming out clutch there. It looked as though it was going to go sideways after he missed with the Blade Storm right click. But yeah, I'm not sure why Freya was still so concerned. I know that there was still going to be Rainies coming down here from Garden, but that's going to be the pincer movement coming out from them. And of course, Fidel not able to do a whole lot there, but Milk in a do or die situation going to be able to take Famous in the final round of the half. And I think H can be satisfied with making it 6-6. Now, this is of course going to be Morph's chance to get more rounds here on the board on the defensive half, which they could probably be expected to be good for it, considering this is their map. They have been comfortable with it. And let's not forget, they finished with a 13-6 when they duked it out versus Enter. They might be able to do it again still.
Yes, but then again, at the same time, we're talking about AHQ, who is very great at adapting to such a very uncomfortable situation, and the fact that they were able to just tie things out with Morph, this is going to be pretty big for this out. But the thing is, at the same time, Morph's got to be really careful. They don't really have a bridge to really counter initiate, and we're coming in as well, ready pushes forward with the Cyber Kick, going to be able to slow things down, as Fatman with the Frenzy was going to be able to get the draw first blood. But you're going to look at a couple of trades happening on both sides of the team here. We're looking at a 2v3 at this moment, and instantly Cat has not just had to pick up the spike from the rest of the team as they slowly prepare to slowly engage towards this B side. But most importantly, Io is really super close. The Fiddle spots on the muzzle, but even with spotting him out, Fiddle still gets the drop on Io first. And we're looking at a 1v3. Can Cat pull the win here, or can he not do this for the first round of this second half?
Oh, the gunfight's just working so well here for Morph. I mean, of course, that one was an individual situation here, but Fidel, he's going to be able to get his second on the round. But yeah, Fidel and Famous being able to refrag accordingly there for Fat Penguin and for Freya was going to be absolutely crucial. Now, we did see Fat Penguin with the heads-up play. He actually pushed through the A main side of things once he saw the Owl drone and able to really take advantage of that. So, you know, that set them on their way. And now, yeah, we're going to have all these little tea parties going on here.
I mean, that's not a tea party. You see a doll with a knife that's like pretty much licking at his mouth there. That's no tea party, Jay. That is not a cute doll at all.
Well, I think determining what that is a discussion for another time. But God here, he's going to take down Milk with the dairy play out here with the Marshall. But he's going to circumvent the danger coming in for the Paranoia. Arbiter not able to confirm the kill, but the stack is going to be appearing here now with the dark cover available. He's going to be waiting here to watch him. Four kills here for Cod, taking full advantage of no armor here coming out from these AHQ players.
Dude, quad kill! And the reason why I'm going absolutely crazy over this is it's not an operator kill. It's a Marshall! A Marshall! I literally, like, if you're lower budget to get a sniper rifle, you go for a Marshall. But the fact he's getting quad kills with a Marshall, close quarter combat as well, which is literally snipers' worst enemies, he still managed to pull things off. Sadly, he was not able to get the ace, but so much damage has been done here.
Oh, Cud, and you just gotta love the hip fire on the Marshall. Is so accurate compared to the operator, to be sure. And yeah, I think he really got in the heads of the HQ players there, and now going to be pretty happy. I'm pretty sure I'm able to upgrade here to the operator, and now he's going to try and control the mid side of things there. It's going to be a bit of a spread here from HQ again. Poking and prodding, trying to gather a little bit more intel, but the spread here, or the defensive distribution, is quite similar to HQ. Cut here, he's going to have to use his tailwind to try and get away as they start pushing down the mid side of things.
This is really why it's really great to literally throw down the smoke towards that mid. It's literally going to be forcing a lot of members to go back. By the way, Cut playing with death there. He almost got picked off, but thankfully not. They didn't really spot him too much inside the smoke. He's going to be able to escape here, but then again, HQ doing significant amount of damage towards the rest of the team, and now they're slowly converging towards this side here. But sadly enough, the spike isn't really on the side just yet, but it will eventually reach. And our dear friend Fiddle scouting around to see if he can be able to pick up any member, but he barely misses him. He literally look, both players will walk literally side by side away from each other.
Oh my goodness, that was so close. And now don't know if Fidel is really going to be able to catch them out. You can already see there's a bit of hunting here from AHQ. They got 3 players going to be moving through the defender spawn. But now Milk is going to be really close here. He's going to actually take down Cut, and he's going to be rewarded with the operator. And there's only going to be Arbiter, who's still going to be watching out here. And now with Fidel, he's actually going to be picking off one of them, but I think this is still going to be an uphill task. He's just trying to look for exit kills here at this point, but he's going to run into Cut. He's going to take down Cut here at the moment. No, looks like Fidel, he's actually going to be the one to be caught out as HQ. They're striking back.
Dude, honestly, let's be honest. I think that one pick, that one less information that Fidel could have gotten for his teammate Cut would have at least saved his life towards that B side. Because literally, after as he was literally when the time was a little off, as he was turning towards that A shot, towards that catwalk, and he didn't really get to spot Mill, who Mill also did a spot Fidel, by the way. Cut was so confident that no one was going to be coming from that B long, from that B main. And literally after he was able to get that snipe, he was hoping to go and rotate back, but Milt was able to push forward and punish him for it. So really unfortunate that because of that one little information, Cut was actually going to be fell there and drop that operator. But this is a new round. AHQ slowly turning things back towards their favor, and the current score is 7-8 here. And Cut is getting ready to dive in because he's already charging up that Blade Storm.
Man, talk about timing, and Famous though, he's gonna get the pick there onto Milt, trying to aggressively peek down the mid side of things, but Famous is gonna oblige him. And now, with a little bit of dark cover coming in here from Arbiter, it's gonna be depthing a little bit of these sight lines, but there's still just gonna be the general control coming out here from AHQ in the middle of the park. They don't actually even have any tripwire is going to be able to watch the flanks for them, and Famous, he's going to punish Arbiter as he's peeking here through that pizza side of things and really getting caught out now. With that Famous, I think he's going to be able to rest all the way here in the back of the site. They're just going to lock things down. They have the man advantage, and now they know it's coming here through the tree side of things. There's already going to be 2 tripwires to slow things down. As
30 seconds left.
He's actually going to be still watching out here, but he's going to get caught on cams. Oh my goodness, he wasn't he was caught unawares, and now this is opening things up here for HQ, but there's still going to be the trades coming in. Cut is going to be able to take down Io. There's only going to be Rainey's that's left. He's running out of time, and he's looking to see, can he confirm any more kills? But Famous, he's looking for another frag here to add to his tally, and he's gonna get his 3rd on the round. There's gonna be cleaned house here by Morph and HQ. They're gonna be bumped back a bit.
Oh my god, really well played coming from Famous, really holding things out for the rest of the team. But most importantly, Freya, that by the way, that spy camp was really well placed as well. No one actually noticed it at the same time, but he got a little bit too overconfident about it. He was so confident he was not going to be spotted out. But then again, Cat was just, his spy senses started, or his game sense started kicking in, and he's like, someone is nearby.
Well, actually, it didn't kick in because he got killed on cam. So, yeah, I guess next time his spider sense will need to tingle a little bit faster. But oh, look, they're pushing here onto the B side of things here all the way. But it looks like Morph here. They're ready. They set up the crossfire. The one way is great here. But God, he's going to be able to take the Arbiter. But there's going to be quite a few trades. Milk is going to be decisive here. He's going to get through. He's not able to get the 3rd there onto the Fat Penguin. He's only 1 dagger away from going down. And this is going to leave Io all by himself. He's only got 2 players to worry about, but he does have at least got the operator available, and he's gonna peek him. Oh no, Fidel, he's gonna give way. So is Fat Penguin. Io, he's gonna take the clutch.
Oh no, this was not what it was meant to happen. And the best part about it, Io must have been feeling like a big man right now. Was able to clutch that 1v2 with an operator. And remember, he was playing the Cypher, so it's ridiculously hard for a Cypher to actually push into a site, let alone clutch this kind of situation. But just really fortunate the fact that the remaining members of Morph actually just went for that peaks one by one. So, but anyway, well played from Io, really playing well with those corner angles and able to snipe it beautifully. The last 2 members of Morph Esports.
Yeah, they had to peek, and yeah, it looks like because of that, there's only going to be 1 point in this, and now we are going to see actually the defenders going a little bit closer over to the B side here, but now he's trying to land the shots here with the Hunter Fury, but he's a little bit too close to really land them. He only gets 1 there onto Freya, and now going to be backing up a bit. Io though on the flank watch here. He's going to catch out Fidel.
But either way, the rest of the team still trying to take this time as much as possible more. They did lose to Sova, which was really unfortunate as well. And even their own Fat Penguin is not looking at too healthy, but God pushes it so aggressively from the long, and actually will get the bucky headshot on Arbiter. I believe he saw it coming, but his process, I think he brain lagged there at the same time, because he's like, what are you doing here?
Oh, God, here, can he get a second one with the shotgun? He will. Cat goes down. There's going to get flashed though, and he's getting pushed here by Rainey's and Milk is gonna not be able to get
30
the
seconds
refrag.
left.
The dismiss working out well here for Famous, and now with the cyber cage here,
Oh,
no! He's gonna be able to flick over here. Now it's again a 1v2 situation in a very similar circumstances, albeit there is no operator here in the general vicinity. Milk is looking around here to see what is going to be in his immediate surroundings.
Okay, they
10
need to hold the
seconds
angle. They need to hold the corner as well. Freya doing a really great job. By the way, Tailwind to the side, but he didn't really check the corner, and Fat Penguin will punish Milk for it, and he's going to be able to swap out a Spectre for the Phantom for himself here. Morph Esports hitting the double digit. The dream is real. Morph might just potentially get that 2-0 off of AHQ Esports Club.
Yeah, Morph really wanted to swing the momentum back in their favor, and they made sure that they bought accordingly for that, but now they're going to be rewarded, albeit Cut doesn't have the heavy armor, but they're still not going to care. It's definitely going to be a viable buy for them, as we tended to see on a lot of the overtime rounds that we've had so far in this tournament. But now this is, again, you know, they're going to be back and forth every single round. No one can string a couple rounds together for 4 rounds at the moment, and with that, Famous, he was coming up huge until he was shut down by Milk, but now looking to see what can he do versus this advancement there all the way here in front of Pizza. Milk still looking to try and get these opening picks that made him so valuable in the first map.
But either way, they had to take this nice and slow now. AHQ, I believe at this point, they're finally feeling the pressure of the fact that Morph Esports is just 3 points away from taking away. By the way, AHQ, they finally get their hands on top of this side here. They need to quickly get this spike planted down as well, because they really need to position themselves and cover all the corners, all the angles, and prepare for the possible retake from the side here of Morph Esports. Now we're gonna see who is gonna be taken on top, and Famous will able to punish IO for looking a little bit too far across the horizon here, and Fiddle with the recon ball gonna be able to break, and Famous will be able to break up the rest of the door here as the rest of the team is getting ready to run in. There's the Lear, but the Lear is to get cancelled, and here comes the blades of Famous coming in really hard. Bill was able to punish gun, but Famous with the triple kill still coming strong already with the double kill. There's the core kill. Famous will be able to clutch this game here with the 1v1 and the quad kill with the defuse. Morph Esports, ladies and gentlemen, is currently 2 points away for taking game number 2 here of the best of 2.
Only 2 rounds separate them here from guaranteeing their safety, and even if they were to lose so many rounds, they would be so difficult for other teams here to make up the difference. But now look at the plays coming here from Famous. He was going to shut down IO first, and he'd move in to site here, being so integral here for the retake. And HQ, they're out here with ideas. They're forced to buy here and really have to opt for a couple of SMGs as well, in the form of the Stinger and the Spectre.
Oh no, the thing is this, because it's like the second last half as well, they have to force it out despite, I know they really do not want to force it out, but they just have no choice. They cannot even take the risk of just giving 1 round away to Morph Esports. 2 rounds is already a lot to ask to try to defend and come back from here. Anyway, Kurt with the operator currently inside all of these smoke. He's getting ready to push forward. He hears a couple of footsteps as well, but the thing is, he's not willing to take forward. He's gonna take all his bets here once this dark cover dissipates to see if he's able to get a nice clean pickup. The rest of the team of AHQ is slowly rotated towards his mid, and they're getting ready to engage on one of the side. But B is currently still open though.
Oh, it's really open here. They rotated it a little bit too quickly, Morph. Now they are trying to scramble back, but currently there is going to be the presence inside here. But Famous, though, he is going to be able to pick off the first player here as he's peeking through. Now they are trying to counteract this here, but they're getting crossfired here all the way from Market. Freya is going to be able to land the shots there. And now with the Empress coming out here, Famous, he's going to fancy his chance of picking up another multi-kill potentially. Now, Cut, he's going to be able to take down IO first. Now, looking to try and ingress here from the stair side of things here. Kant is going to be watching closely, but this is Famous's chance here to come around side, but he's going to get 2 guns there at the same time. Kant and Rainey's combining expertly here, but Rainey, he's going to fall down to Cut, and now only Kant is left here. He's not going to be able to come out with it. Bad Penguin is going to extinguish all hope there, and defenders are going to be able to get the defuse. they're going to be on map
Match
and
point.
series point.
Oh no, and this one as well, because they didn't really go for the eagle, they will have to force up with whatever they got. Arbiter, he went for the Vandal, but he realized he doesn't have enough money for the armor. Now he's gonna be bringing out the bolt down. There's still a couple of Vandals, but it's not fully equipped armors. And they're gonna be with light. Two members are gonna be coming with light armor. That's gonna be Rady and Ken. And at this point, Morph East will also realize they're gonna, on the side here of AHQ, they're not gonna be able to fully commit the best buy of their life. They're gonna be able to just skirmish whatever they can afford and try to gamble and take this win away from Morph Esports, because they are only one round away, and Enterprise is looking very strong in this last game.
Oh, look at the Owl Drone rising up all the way up top, and not able to land another Hunter's Fury there. But Famous, though, he's going to take down Milk and really shut him down. But so much damage is being done here as, of course, Fidel going to be pretty pleased with that play here. He's going to catch Arbiter off guard. He's single-handedly done so much damage, but now there's going to be return fire here from Can. He's going to deliver yet again on the Hunter's Fury, and Fidel is going to be biting the dust.
Oh man, another one bites the dust for sure. But anyway, coming down to a 3v3 here. Now HQ, all bets is off the table here. They're very low. They're not really that healthy at all. They're going to be committing a lot of skills here. Here comes the Astro, going to be forcing them back. But giant fat bang win will put Rady down the ground. Kevin the Sheriff, one man standing. It's going to be down to the 1v2. He had to try to make the play, but Cut will seal the deal as Cut will showcase who is the real sheriff in his last game. And ladies and gentlemen, Morph Esports will take 2-0 against AHQ, and even on AHQ own map.
Oh, what amazing plays coming out here from Morphs as they're going to be cleaning them out. And they have really delivered here in this series. And, in fact, they also managed to get the 7 points here on the attacking side, so I think they can be pretty pleased with the turn of events. No, sorry, actually it's on the defensive side. Sorry.
Yes,
but yeah, still, regardless, Morphs able to take 6 rounds on attack and showing why Ascent is their map pick here. And with that, actually, Morphs is going to confirm that they're going to be able to go through into the playoffs. So congratulations to them. They're going to be having 4 map wins here. HQ, they still have a chance. They have 3 map wins at the moment, but it really comes down to the points differential if there's going to still be a split of the spoils after the next map.
Oh man, but either way, this game has been so intense. Every time Morph Esports versus AHQ as well, that first half is always so close. 75, 6-6. All these kind of ties constantly going back and forth, but in the Morph really came out on top. And the thing is, the best part about it, there was no like amazing strategies or like tactical use either. They just stick with their guns, and when I mean stick to their guns, I mean their firepower. And as we saw Famous and Cut time and time again, taking those early picks, entry frags, multi-kill, quad kills up for the team. And what even more crazier part as well, it's Famous in this second game, he actually pulled off 7 first blood, and that's like 4 more than the Jet here on Cut. So what I think is what Morph is really trying to go for, although sure, it will be a little bit more better if they have a little bit more better engagement here as a Bridge or a Flash, a couple of Flash like a Phoenix as well, because firepower, and like this is not like 100% full brute force aggressive team. They're still playing a little bit safe as well. This kind of meta, this kind of stress can only get you guys so far. And the thing is, and especially if you are able to get towards this playoff, there are other even more aggressive team or even more tactical that's going to be coming towards your way. So you guys gotta really prepare for yourself here.
Yeah, so I mean, I really have to give credit to Morphs here for overcoming AHQ, and now AHQ, of course, after winning their previous game, is going to be falling down at this one. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are hydrated. And I think on that note is here, we're going to be tossing it back to our awesome analyst panel, and that's going to be it from us for now. But we still have one more match in store, as of course. We still have to see how Enter and Bren are going to be faring in the very final match of Group D, which is going to decide who is going to be moving on to the playoffs and join Morph. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Play of the J and YOLO Lee. We'll see you in just a short while.